What is up, guys? Slash Daddy here. Welcome back to another video, and in today's video, guys, we're going to be starting a new little series that I have called, what have I called it? Dysfunctional Dreams. Yeah, I haven't really decided on the name completely yet, but Dysfunctional Dreams sounds pretty cool to me. Tell me what you guys think of it in the comment section below. But basically, as an overview, this series is going to be some weird dreams that I've experienced in my life, and I haven't had too many super weird dreams, but a few have been extremely crazy and weird, and I just had one actually a couple days ago. Literally woke me up in cold sweat. It wasn't really that scary per se, but it was just really like dooming, kind of strange. We'll get into that in a minute. But yeah, if you guys like this and you want to see more of my dream talk, I'm also going to be coming out with another series pretty soon called like Odd Occurrences or Ghastly something that has alliteration. Basically, every single time that I've seen like some type of ghost or, you know, kind of like a ghost story thing, but I just want to have a cool name for it. But yeah, we'll get into this dream, and I've labeled this dream as The Day the Earth Stood Still. Now, I know that's a movie, but basically what happens in this story is nothing like the movie at all, but it's pretty interesting, and you'll kind of understand why it is called that in a minute. So I'll start off and label the plot and where we are at, the setting basically. It was me and my uncle Seth. He's about 32 years old, I believe. And we were out playing golf at a golf course in Chicago, which is where he lives. And I was playing and he was playing. We were about to tee off, which is basically when you hit your first shot. And this was kind of off of where like the main area of Chicago was. So it was like in a really like suburban-ish area, but you could still see most of the main, you know, places in Chicago. You could see the Sears Tower. What's it called now? The Willis Tower. Is it the same thing? I'm not really sure. The John Hancock Building. You could see all the skyscrapers and such, but you were so far off of it that it was like you couldn't hear any traffic or anything. So it was pretty far away. Now, all of a sudden, out in the distance, I'm just looking at the buildings, looking across the water. For some reason, this was set in the middle of the Michigan River, or the Michigan, whatever it's called, the Michigan Lake, Lake Michigan. That's what I was thinking of. And all of a sudden, I see this extremely large fireball that just literally, like, it's like instantaneously there. I'm looking at it, and then one other minute I blink, and it's like a big fireball mushroom cloud. And I instantly think, that's a nuclear bomb. Because I've seen bombs before, you know, they have the mushroom cloud shape. That's because of how they disperse or whatever. And I know it's a matter of time before the debris or the shock wave, basically, of the rest of the explosion hits us. So I'm quick on my my feet, and I think to my, you know, and I tell my my uncle, we need to move. So we were luckily on the very first hole, which means we were really close to the clubhouse. So what happened, basically, is we ran inside the clubhouse, and we took shelter in the basement. And for some reason, all of the lights went out. So I pull out my phone, and I see I have like 15% battery life left. So I turn my flashlight on, and all of a sudden, I feel the shockwave. It's kind of like an earthquake, but like really, really badly. And everything goes pitch black. My phone dies. I know it's weird because I just had 15%, but it was a dream. Things like that happen in dreams. And at this point, I don't realize I'm in a dream, but in a minute I do, which is kind of interesting. So everything goes dark and everything goes quiet. I'm in the basement of this place with a couple people and my uncle Seth. And I call out to him. I say, Seth, where are you? Because it's pitch black. I obviously cannot see him. He calls out to me, and he sounds like he's extremely far away. Like, this basement was probably not much bigger than, like, an average-sized basement of a house, maybe 30 or 40 square feet in a circle, maybe more than that, but, you know, kind of like 30 by 30 type area. I guess that'd be different in square feet. But it was about that size, so it really wasn't that big. But what he said is it sounded like he was extremely far away, like, not like a mile away, but more like like an entire field away. So he was like yelling, but it was coming out to me like he was saying like, Sam, I'm over here, like really distant. So I start running towards him, which was a stupid idea. I start running and I trip over some golf balls. Like I said, we were at the country club, a golf course place. So I trip on the golf balls, and I just, trip, and I skid my face and my knees on the ground and such, and I get up, and there's this one light on over in the corner, and I see that Seth is there, but he's sitting in a chair, and he's not very far away now. It's basically kind of the real size of the room. It's kind of weird, though, because the light isn't, like, expanding outward. It's kind of just, like, hugged right on where he is. So I see him, and he's just sitting there, acting normal, like he found himself a nice seat to sit, because we're going to be there for a while, because everything's nuclear bombed. And I go towards him, and I say, "Seth, are you okay?" He said, "Oh, yeah, I'm fine." And all of a sudden, I turn around, and I see the country club owner, basically the guy who owns the place, who furnishes it and such, and he is just got this blank stare, just staring at me, white pale face, and I turn back around, and Seth is gone. So I turn back around to see if that guy's still there, and he's gone too. I'm back in the pitch black darkness, except for that one light is circling like right around me. So I get the great idea. I'm like, okay, I'll reach up, grab the light, and like move it around so I can see. This is actually really smart, because what happens is I turn it around and I can see a little bit better, and I can see where there's a door. So I'm like, oh, they probably just went out the door because, or it wasn't like a door outside, but it was more of a door to go to another room, maybe where they had a flashlight or something. So I'm just like, okay, I'll go over there. Why not? Go over there, open the door, and inside is a kid's toy room, basically like their bedroom. If you've ever played Luigi's Mansion and you battled like the baby boss, it looked a lot like that, but more modern, not obviously cartoony, like video game like. And I go in there and there's no one there, but there is the light on, so I'm like, okay, maybe this is the nursery, like the parents bring their kids here. Go in there, sit down, and I'm just going to wait. And for some reason there's a window in this room, but it's underground. I don't even know why, just that's what I'm remembering off the top of my head. So I'm sitting there for a little bit thinking to myself, where could they be? Are they still, like, gone, or are they, where did they go and such? And I get the idea, like, okay, no one's coming. I need to go back out the way I came. But the way I came was blocked now by a teddy bear toy, which was extremely weird, guys. I was like, okay, how'd that get there? I go up, grab the toy, and I'm like, okay, I'll throw him in the cradle area where the baby sleeps. And all of a sudden, there's a baby in the cradle, which wasn't there before, guys. And I'm not really sure where this dream spawned from, maybe something I watched, something I ate. But as I go up to the baby, its eyes are gone, so it kind of looks like an alien baby, like it's black bloodshot eyes, or, well, black eyes pretty much, but they look like they're gaping holes. And at that moment, guys, I wake up and I'm just like, what? Like, thinking about it now, it was kind of creepy, but it wasn't like super scary. It's not like I woke up and I was like, what the heck just happened? So yeah, guys, that was my very first dysfunctional dream that I had just a couple days ago. Hopefully you guys enjoy. If you want to see more of this, and definitely if you want to see some of my ghost stories videos, I'll definitely be posting one of those of late. And once again, guys, if you've enjoyed, just like, favorite, subscribe. Peace out.